Dawn wakes up in California. It's a little neat to see what her new life is like, but it's mostly a recap of all her California friends who won't be appearing in this book. Ugh. I still say it's dumb to have Dawn preface her autobiography with a recap. It's an autobiography! All the details of her life should be in the autobiography.
Argo Font Book Review. Argo Font Book Review.
This book was written by G. Ann Betancourt. Part 1 is a single chapter, which is a shame because it's honestly better than some of the 3-chapter stories. Dawn was born a week past her due date. Mom triggered the birth by going to the beach. That's why Dawn is obsessed with the beach. In fact, water and beach were 2 of her first 4 words, and the first time baby Dawn walked was towards the ocean. I think that's taking the beach girl image a little too far. Now we're in creepy territory. They named her Dawn because she was born at dawn, 6:45 a.m. So if she had been born at 6:45 p.m., they would have named her Twilight. We don't get an explanation for why her middle name is Reed. I just want to know how to pronounce it. Is it read as in don't read this terrible book, or read as in I read that terrible book and regretted it? Dawn loved Play-Doh. She put it in food and her ears. She was initially jealous when her little brother was born, but he decided he loves her more than his parents.
Jeff's first word was dada. I know dada usually means daddy, but for Jeff it meant Dawn.
Yeah, you can believe that if you want, Dawn. At preschool, some mean boys knocked down Dawn's block tower every day. She got revenge by gluing the blocks together. Ha ha! Part 2. When Dawn is 6, Sunny moves into the neighborhood. Sunny and her parents are weird hippies. The first thing they do is throw out their arms and dance in circles on the lawn, then hug each other. They have weird skirts, no shoes, flowers all over their car. Sunny isn't allowed to watch TV or play with dolls, so she plays Morse code instead. She thinks it's a cool game for Dawn to learn. Dawn is extremely skeptical. The neighbors stare when they do tie-dye on their front lawn, and Dawn decides the Winslows are too weird for her. Better get used to weirdos, Dawn. You're gonna join the Babysitters Club. They all go shopping together. In the toy aisle, Sunny gives Dawn a lecture on why plastic's evil, and if you ever use plastic, it means you're a monster who's killing the earth, and that's where Dawn learned to give people condescending lectures all the time. There's a sudden thunderstorm which knocks out the power. Sunny uses a light-up toy to get around, and then she uses Morse code to talk to people trapped in the elevator. Dawn decides Sunny isn't so bad after all, and they become friends. You might be wondering, hey, didn't we see this same basic story in Stacy's book? Yes. Yes, we did. Part 3. In my first outline for this review, I totally forgot this part was in the book, even though I only read it yesterday. This just goes to show how little of an impact it left on me. So, Granny and Pop-Pop are having their 50th wedding anniversary, which is impossible because in Book 9, Granny's only 63. Continuity! They try to decide what to do when Mom randomly starts singing San Francisco. So they decide to take a vacation to San Francisco. And because the Schaefers are huge jerks, they book the flight without double checking with their grandparents first. Hey, we booked you a vacation. What? We already had plans. Too bad, you're going to San Francisco now. My wife sang a song about it, so we have to do it. They make a big list of things to do, which is not exactly how they handled a family vacation when they went to Boston. Continuity. They visit a bunch of tourist places. Granny and Pop-Pop say rude things about each other, and they decide to go to different things. Dawn decides, oh no, they hate each other. Pop-Pop doesn't show up for dinner. Dawn worries, oh no, he's gonna break up with Granny. But it turns out he had the wrong time. And then Pop-Pop doesn't have a gift for Granny. Oh no, he hates her! Oh, wait, he hid her gift inside a water glass. Dawn realizes, oh, they actually love each other. Their teasing is loving, not mean. Dawn is sure her parents will love each other forever. Part 4. Dawn's parents are going to get divorced now. Well, that escalated quickly. Dawn claims her parents are constantly fighting and it's terribly stressful. The problem is that we never see this happen. If Dawn didn't say they were on the cusp of divorce, you would never know it from this section because Mom and Dad spend most of the time agreeing with each other and working together just fine. They have a short disagreement at the start when they barbecue. Cole jumps out of the barbecue and lands on a pile of newspapers. It's not explained why they keep newspapers near a barbecue grill. That seems like a terrible idea. Mom and Dad both blame each other for the accident, then go back to normal. Dawn becomes obsessed with fires. She makes a fire prevention list and lectures them on fire safety. She does a fire safety drill in the middle of the night. I sure hope my kids don't do that. Dawn babysits Clover and Daffodil. They play school when there's a real fire in the kitchen. I must say, it's convenient that Dawn developed an obsession with fire prevention 2 days before an actual fire. She gets the kids out safely and calls the fire department. As a reward for her good work, Dawn gets in the newspaper and the mayor gives her a medal. Believe it or not, Dawn talks about this incident in the last chapter of Book 4 when Chrissy asks if Dawn's qualified to be a babysitter. Wow! Talk about continuity! Part 5. Dawn just joined the Babysitters Club. Chrissy goes over all the rules of babysitting, which have never come up before, not even in Marianne Breaks the Rules. Continuity! Rule number 4 is protect the client's privacy or mind your own business. No snooping. Unless you're in one of the BSC mystery books. Dawn babysits Sandra Lazar. They have fun pretending they're on a TV cooking show, and Sandra likes it when Dawn reads to her. Dawn notices a letter from the school which says Claudia will repeat 7th grade. It says Sandra will repeat 2nd grade. The next week, Dawn accidentally tells Sandra she's going to repeat a grade. The Lazars get mad at Dawn because they wanted to keep it a secret from Sandra as long as possible. Now you just ruined her summer, Dawn! Dawn would normally give the Lazars a lecture on why they're making a terrible parenting mistake, but she is too embarrassed about what she did. The Lazars never call the BSC again, so Dawn gets away with breaking club rules. After this, Dawn and Sunny decide to read each other's autobiographies. I hope Sunny skips over the parts where Dawn called her a weirdo. Dawn is super nervous about her grade. She gets an A-, but a B for presentation, and I have no idea what that means in this context. The end. Post-book follow-up. I did not like this book. The first chapter was good. The section with Sunny was okay. It's neat to see that the two best friends didn't like each other at first, but the story was reused from Stacy's book, and I thought it was kind of weird that beach-loving Dawn never invited shoeless Sunny to the beach. That was the obvious way for Dawn and Sunny to get acquainted, but instead, Dawn's beach obsession never comes up again. Introduce it in the first chapter, never mention it again. The section with Sunny annoyed me because the way Sunny and her family act in this book is completely different from how they act in the California Diaries spin-off series. Granted, the California Diaries series starts about 2 years after this book came out, but it's also different from how they act in the main series. As Dawn says at the start of Part 3, their personalities changed. Well, great! Why did you introduce them with personalities that are never going to be seen again? The section in San Francisco was boring and pointless. We haven't really seen Dawn's grandparents before, so there is definite potential for a new, interesting story. Same with Jeff. This book could have had a story with Jeff, who's a fun, interesting character. I would love that! But instead of learning about Dawn's relatives, we get tourist sites in San Francisco, paired with Dawn worrying over nothing. Part 4 was bad. I wanted to see the divorce stuff, since the super special about that left me with a lot of questions. Namely, why did Dawn's parents get divorced in the first place? But this book ignores the divorce stuff in favor of fire safety lectures and a conveniently timed fire. I guess it's cool to see the fire incident that was mentioned in Book 4, but that was over 100 books ago. I honestly forgot that was part of Dawn's backstory. Part 5 felt like an excuse to bring the Babysitters Club into the story. There's no connection between it and the other stories. I guess it was neat to see the normally perfect Dawn mess up, but it ended up being Dawn breaks a rule we've never heard of and suffers no consequences for it. Overall, I did not like the book. I would have changed 3 of the 5 stories, and the narration felt more like generic narrator than Dawn to me. I give Babysitters Club Portrait Collection, Dawn's book, a 4 out of 10, because I like 2 out of the 5 storylines.